this showdown here, revealing the malice of the leaders and the mercy of the Lord, is no longer just discussions. Keep in mind that when we were in Mark 2, there was discussions. Can you heal? Or can you forgive? Why are you eating with tax collectors and sinners? And why are you along with them? Why aren't you, fasting like we fast? But now what happens is this. This is a real man with a real issue. It's not hypothetical. It's not talking about situations anymore. There's a real man with a real issue. The first real man with a real issue was what? It was the man who was there, the paralytic. He was let down. But the issue wasn't, hey, heal the man. He did that. It wasn't on the Sabbath, or it was after the Sabbath, because it was the evening after that. But what happens is this. Now everything has to do with their interpretations or their traditions. This is what we do. And so now we recognize here in verse 3, it says, he entered the synagogue again. And so as we see this real man with the real issues, the leaders are now looking at this man, and they're looking at him with an agenda. Not how can we help this man, but how can we use this man? And when it comes to leadership, just keep in mind that the whole issue is what? How can I help? See, Jesus, we talked about the key to this verse is what? He says, you want to be the greatest in the kingdom? Be the servant of all. Because in Mark 10:45, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life a ransom for many. It's about servant leadership. Now we're seeing this contrast between this, and what we're recognizing is here's this man with a withered hand. And there's two ways of looking at this man, or two groups of people who are looking at. One is looking at him as a man in need. Another is looking at him as a pawn I can use. Is he a person? Is he a pawn? And I think as we look to this, keep in mind that Jesus sees him as a person in need. These leaders now see him as a pawn to be used for their agendas. And so now we realize this is not a discussion now. This is a real man with a real issue. As we're seeing here what the Lord does, and I just think it's so amazing, because the leaders care more about getting an accusation against Jesus than this man being healed. And we look to this, and I'm thinking, what does it say about their hearts? What does it say about their hearts, where they're trying to say, the whole issue is what? How can I use this man? Not how can I bless this man? How can I help this man? How can I use this man? How can he help me?